side today, led by head coach Frank Lampard. Looks like this 19.
So Coventry have won another game, but West Brom did give us a real challenge, as they normally do. The team that started for Coventry was Rushworth, Van Ewijk, Thomas, Kitching, De Silva, Sakamoto, Grimes, Torp, Mason Clark, Eccles and Ellis Sims. And so we were without Hadji Wright, and Thomas Asante was on the bench, as well as Redoni. So we started today's game without our two top scorers in Wright and Thomas Asante. And in terms of West Brom, I was keeping an eye on Isaac Price, formerly of Everton, of course, and Grant and Johnston. And they proved to be a real handful in the first half. In the opening 2 minutes, Johnston had the first effort of the game. His shot went over, he was under pressure, but then Coventry started to get into the game. Going into it, Coventry scored the most goals and West Brom had the fewest. But after 9 minutes, West Brom made the breakthrough. De Silva lost it. West Brom were pressing us really well, and Johnston played a nice pass into Hegebo and made it 1-0. And it was far too casual from Coventry. A few minutes later, Ellis Sims had a chance for us. He couldn't get the header right, but it was a really good cross from Grimes. A minute later, Hegebo nearly scored again, this time with a header straight at Rushworth. And a couple of minutes later, Sims headed it down for Torp, and Torp hit the ball so well, unfortunately hit the bar. And I thought it was a good reaction from Coventry since conceding the first goal. 10 minutes later, Grant for West Brom goes on a great run, but Malumbi's effort was saved by Rushworth, and so that just kind of describes the game. It was end to end. West Brom were looking to hit us on the counter, and in particular Johnston and Grant were a really good outlet for them. Torp got booked in the 28th minute, and just the tackles started to fly in. Malumbi got booked. Silly foul really on Mason Clark. Mason Clark got booked too, wasn't sure what for. And then a couple of minutes later, Kitching headed over. After that, West Brom doubled their lead. Johnston again, Hegebo again, and honestly, it was a replica of the first goal. Johnston with his second assist and Hegebo with his second goal. A couple of minutes later, Sakamoto has a header, but he's kind of backpedaling and it's straight at their goalkeeper, Griffiths. I've written here again, yeah, Grant and Johnston were doing really well for West Brom. Then I thought Eccles should score from the corner, really close range, but a good save from their goalkeeper. In terms of Coventry's general play, I thought it was too slow, too predictable at that time. But luckily for us, before half-time, we get a goal back and it gives us a lifeline. Sakamoto with a brilliant cross in. Eccles, from a West Brom point of view, has far too much room. But it's a really good redirected header from Eccles, no chance for the goalkeeper, and game on. Then Coventry finished the first half so strong. Sims had an effort saved by the keeper, and from a Coventry point of view, I didn't want half-time to come, to be honest. And West Brom going into the game, they have really poor away form. And they allowed us back into it right at the end of half-time. And I thought even then we could get the win, despite being 2-0 down, bringing it back to 2-1. I thought the way we were playing was really good. Then Ryan Mason, who's the West Brom manager, takes Johnston off, the guy that's created both goals for West Brom, and brings Illing Jr. on, who's also a good player. But I was surprised at that, and I thought it might be an injury, but actually at half-time the Sky reporters said, no, it's a tactical change. I was happy. He was causing De Silva all sorts of problems, created 2 goals, a constant threat, constant outlet for West Brom. I thought, great, he's gone off. And then 5 minutes later, Malumbi. I don't think I've seen a more stupid challenge when you're on a booking. You're 2-1 up away at the leaders in the championship. And his second yellow was absolutely ridiculous. He pulls Eccles down at the halfway line. The referee sends him off straight away. And from there, the game completely changes. We were already in the ascendancy before half time, and Molumby just gives us an even bigger incentive. 2 minutes after that, De Silva on the volley, effort just over. Really difficult chance, but it's a sign of what's to come. 4 minutes later, we make it 2-2. Thomas with a really good header into the box. Sims is there, heads it in. And from there, I knew we were going to win the game. 5 minutes later, Victor Torp makes it 3-2. What a goal on the half volley. Really difficult in the conditions. It was absolutely chucking it down today. It still is. And for him to score that, the focus, the control, great finish. And the comeback was complete. Then Ryan Mason for West Brom makes 2 more changes. Doesn't really have an impact. Phillips gets booked for them. Then we take Ellis Sims off. I thought he was very good today. It's always a challenge for him when he's replacing Hadji Wright, but he did really well. Thomas Asante, the former West Brom player, comes on. And from there, Mason Clark has an effort saved. Then he makes a few saves in succession. We're trying to get the 4th. Eccles and Torp go off. Allen and Rodoni come on. And it's such a boost to have Rodoni back. You can tell that he's missed 9 games, but I know it's cliche, but he's like a new signing. Sakamoto goes off. He was brilliant again, did the cross for Eccles to get us back into the game for the first goal. Kessler Hayden comes on. And in the last 5 or 10 minutes, we defended well to see it out. You know, Josh Maja comes on for them. If I have one gripe, one negative, one critique for Coventry today, I thought Mason Clark was offside way too many times. But that's it. That's the only negative I can say. My man of the match is Victor Torp. His goal to get the winner was fantastic, but he was absolutely everywhere. So after this game, Coventry are still first with 37 points, 8 points clear of Middlesbrough still to play this weekend. And what's left to say other than play up Sky Blues? Thank you for watching. Bye.